Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chairman of the Board of the Corporation for National and Community Service, Mark Gearan, and Points of Light Institute Chairman of the Board, Neil Bush.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Laisha. How was that? How are those gift cards out there, everybody? Whoa! It's kind of tough following Black Eyed Peas, but here we are. Laisha, thank you. I know everyone will enjoy them. It's a wonderful gift from Target, and we thank you for your service, and we thank Target for their extraordinary civic engagement. I am delighted and honored to be here. I'm honored to be here with Neil Bush. Neil and I started our day this morning with a great service activity at a park here in New Orleans with the mayor and Michelle Nunn and Robert Velasco, so we are excited to be here, and we thank you all very much for joining us. I want to thank Michelle in a particular way in the Points of Light Institute for the leadership and for everything that the Institute does to make a real difference in the lives of real people. But this week is really an opportunity to celebrate the champions of service in the government sector, the nonprofit sector, the corporate sector, and indeed it's inspiring for us to hear about Target's story of service and their dedication to building healthy and engaged futures for our students. It's part of their commitment to give 5% of their income to serve the communities that they're in. That's more than $3 million each week.
Recognizing these champions of service across the government, nonprofit, and corporate sectors and telling their stories was part of the reason my father, President George Herbert Walker Bush, created the Points of Light Institute over 20 years ago. He believed that by telling our stories of success, we can inspire and mobilize others to make a difference in their communities. Points of Light Institute is deeply committed to helping people live out that call to action. We know from hearing your stories, those of you in this audience, that you're transforming communities across the country and around the world. But the greatest story we can tell is the growth and impact of the service sector. 20 years ago, when my father started the Points of Light Institute, over 30 million Americans were volunteering annually. Today, over 60 million Americans are serving their communities. We are all part of a very powerful Points of Light service movement.
Well said. Service and volunteering are an essential part of the tradition of our great nation. We help each other build houses, plant and harvest our gardens, learn to read and read to learn, stay safely in their homes, prepare for disasters, learn about and practice better nutrition, get more fit, make our environment cleaner, and care for the needs of veterans and the families of our military. We should applaud that. All of this is essential to gain the necessary skills to secure our futures. And that really is just the tip of the iceberg of what we can do together. Through hands-on action centers with AmeriCorps, Senior Corps, and Learn and Serve America, we are joining with you, all of you, to seize this moment.
Chad Pregracke, his moment came while he was pursuing his college education. In this video, narrated by President Jimmy Carter, we see how after years of working summer jobs along the Mississippi River, he was noticing how polluted the river had become. Chad decided to become a one-man cleanup machine.
Chad Pregracke grew up in a riverfront town called Hampton, Illinois.
You know, Mississippi River is like my front yard or backyard. Yeah, from just when I was little, I noticed all the garbage out there. I mean, it's been used as a dumping ground for a long time. It was really just kind of like an open sewer. I'm talking the Mississippi River. It's one of the most famous rivers in the world. Who's going to clean that up? No one. You know, they haven't in 50 years. And if I had to do it alone, then I would do it alone. All I was able to do the first year is just, you know, do it single-handedly.
The Mississippi is over 2,300 miles long. Chad knew he needed help.
We created an opportunity for people to go out there and do something positive. If you take them and show them firsthand how bad it is, that's when they're like, yeah, we really do need to clean this up. I think we've pulled over 1,000 refrigerators out of the river so far, close to or over 4,000 55-gallon barrels. We find cars, trucks, tops of school buses, tractors, sunken boats. I mean, you find bowling balls. A lot of mad bowlers out there is what I found out. It really is. It's very tangible, you know, like you can see it. You can see your progress.
And not just in Mississippi. He went on to the Ohio, the Missouri, the Illinois, and the Potomac.
I certainly am not taking the credit for that. You know, the 70,000 people that have come out, the volunteers that have come out, regardless of what they think coming into it, I think they end up having a good time. Because you know what? It is fun. You do get to see results, and you're working side by side with a lot of like-minded people. And, you know, all it takes is once, just go try it, and then once you get out there, I think you'll have a good time, and I think you'll volunteer again.
Chad was just one man with a big dream, to clean up the Mississippi. Today he is planting trees and reclaiming waterfronts all over America. Chad continues to dream.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Big crowd. Wow. Big crowd. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Big crowd, big room, big screen. The only thing I like about the big screen is it makes my arms look bigger, so I kind of like that. Boom. No, I'll keep this short because, well, I am, so it's easy for me to do that. So, no, as champions of service, we have a duty to tell our stories and inspire others and create other services. How can it be that I know the details about celebrities' lives, but not necessarily about your awesome projects? People, yeah, people everywhere, people who are potential volunteers, people who have the passion and the skill to act, need to hear your stories. And even more so, they need to believe what I and you guys already know, and that's if you see a problem, you can do something about it, you know? And yeah, I mean, it's simple. And, you know, and I also know this to be true. We are one powerful nation when we as a people decide to act as one. Speaking of one, you guys are number one. Keep doing what you're doing just to make the world a better place. I can't thank you enough for having me here, but keep it up and go back to wherever you're from and keep working hard, fighting the fight. Thanks a lot. Thank you. See you guys.